Hello, and welcome to episode 1.1 of Voltgar continues. Voltgar The Silver continues, and we're just going to go straight into this. And I hope you enjoy. If it's a little bit quiet, you may have to turn up your devices. If it's a bit too loud, do the opposite and turn it down. I've edited my voice enough things. There is going to be a couple of different voice changing things just to add variety. I haven't got the... I could have a different, I can use a different voice of my own and say something different, but for now I'm just using a voice that works with my recording system, and it just helps to differentiate between the narrating, like outside of, and then to the characters. So there's could be more if there's a... Yeah, you get the gist of what it is. I'm going to try. Yeah, so episode 1.1. And then I go to today. It's a lovely Saturday. No distractions. Just me here to do all the recording of the story, the voice part, so that when I get to editing, I can finally be like, okay, I've got it all recorded, I've got all the story written, now it's just the images, and then after the images, the easier part is just finding audio and then putting it in as to add flavour to the scene, which is great. So I hope you enjoy, and we shall begin. Do you want a little recap? Okay. So two necromancies created, well, trying to release their arcana from their mana, and they're failing. So they decided to force it instead of let it naturally happen. Therefore they are using a book, which is not good, and that led to a werewolf, and that werewolf is now fighting some adventurers, and those adventurers has had some difficulty. And that's where we've left off, basically. And Voltgar is just going there, finally arriving, trying to help deal with this plague. Ready. Okay. The light faded as it hit the werewolf. Now knowing that their great threat and it's hostile, Voltgar gets his elemental powers ready. First with a falling stump over, finally giving himself rest he deserves. Starts to a meditation, a elemental rite. A short rest, that's 2 hours, plenty time to remove conditions to host like a poison. In this case, it is a necromancus zombifluid, a strain of zombiotic. Strange that zombies naturally a zombiotic but with a necromancy they become fluid, allowing blood to determine if you're fixed or plagued. If day long with any form of disease, then most creatures die and then they turn. With a scented candle, a rose, and a matches with pink tips to light them, a frictor parchment for match to catch, a small page on a scroll, a reminder that's okay to not be okay. Don't fear death, as it is inevitable. Life is hard, but we decide how we respond to it. Do we suffer or stay kind? Gratitude listed, and then quite quiet, being closed eyes, legs resting, back resting on a backpack, on a tree bark. The battle continues. Blows of arcana against the mana skills. Soon they're both or all three will run out and have to go into basic attacks. The rogue better with close combat, but against toughness of hide and shadow it's an even match. The black shadow arrows knocking tree by tree, bushes uprooted, making cover and hiding spot thinner. Groaning, the muscles of mage and rogue continue to be a problem, but their heads still screwed on and determined to end the hostile, whatever means. In the quick meditation, the elementalist go through a strange memory or vision or a dream, a landscape similar to one they just left. Spiritually, your body transferred to this plane. As elementalists, it is your duty to look after this land, and you've been given. Some people burn all down and build again. Some use what has and build something new. Some make kingdoms, some make shrines and temples of their name for those who are in the plane. There, in this land, is an imprint of a last master that you take over, but not the real master. You can kill them. Once they're gone, the memory of them fades, and all characters in that plane also forget. The Silver Elementalist has a land of green, blue and metal. Buildings filled with hope and dreams. A city landscape in the centre is kept a keep where the king can sit. In there is a crown left on its display for those who wish to see. The king walking in streets where there used to be black smoke. A house full of copper, tin pots and tools, dusty rooms, a table laid as ground dining room, a hall with stairs leading up, couple rooms also used for storage, a kitchen smoking where there used to be 2 people but now covered in black ilk, red and sore. This is where the burning of the plague has started to spread. A fire burning in an old oven, but little beast within smashing at the glass, trying to jump out with claws small and sharp. 3 guards of strange shape protecting the king, yet the king is in normal brown overalls like a peasant, warmish but thin and no padding. The guards in full plate of white trimming a silver glow as their polished armour, helmet in hand and sword, shivered. One. Then the king grabs the door, opens the oven, and the beast flies out with ferocity, slicing up arm of the king. Blood dripping down onto the stone floor. Now! The guards throw a bandage at the creature, and the creature stopped moving, the king holding and suffocating the beast until the cloth of the bandage ended life. And then the smoke and the flames ended suddenly. The guards approaching and seeing the beast lay down, turning from black shadow to warm yellow blob, then fading away as the plague has been cut out. Then they move back and head out the house. The owner of the house thanks them and waits for the king to leave. The king, shivering in his cloths, turns and walks out. Well done, capturing the fiend. Must be a great feat. Have the rest of the day off, king's orders, he says with a high demeanour. Heading off, the owners wave and thanks. Soon the king vanishes, and waking the eyes, the adult looking at more trees again, but with no limes, emeralds, only shadow and darkness. The eerie quiet, a calm wind blowing, no sounds or lights flickering, turning away from the tree and collecting belongings, placing them in the backpack, leaving the tree behind. There, in the dusky light, 3 bodies lying on the ground, one in half, 2 scratched marks and large bite from each. The leather and cloth torn apart, exposing flesh, large form, standing with 1 foot over a rogue, slammed down, crushing the skull as the half-elf parts scatter, blood flowing from the beast's mouth. And that's the end of episode 1, part 1, and I hope you enjoy, and see you in the next